Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien. Everybody's doing well. I basically did 10 video setups on live and TikTok, so hopefully you get a chance to watch them, all questions answered, especially connections to the ringing ears and everything that's happening. What if you find out that you're in a dream awakening? What did you find out that this guy on TikTok is telling you? What is the universe trying to say? You know, divine timing, right? Look at the background. Look at that. Look how powerful that is. It's amazing now. Look at that. It's incredible, isn't it? Space direction of timelines and position location, navigation, interference, position locations. Understanding track interference and line center. It's all position locations. You can actually see that I'm in my UFO, right? Which is really, really powerful because you can't see outside. That tells you exactly where you are through space line center. Okay, people are trying to understand my information system locations. But thing is, too, is they have their own data. They have their own data, processes into those locations, understand all levels of your triangle rotation position locations. I sent you a very powerful TikTok today, just now, where basically they're talking about the astrology, everything, the conjunctions of the moon and Jupiter coming into Pisces air. And that's what's happening right now with the position locations. Right? Star direction, timeline center, position locations, January 5th, and highline center. Rotation spin cycles to connections. It's going to change the pixel activation systems of the moon, program setting to connections. Jupiter rising to the highline center. Started track interference of 2019. This is 2022, track interference and position rotations. This is going to open up all cycles of new location. Everybody's going to come to their hologram line center position locations. So that's something to really look forward to. It's fantastic. So today we're going to travel through recognition timelines. We're going to go through lock interference. We're going to go through structure locations. We're going to go through hologram channels, information positions, digital code line centers, and formats. You guys have to get into your hologram structures, communication cycles. I get allocate position of timelines. So the T-force line center is going to structure locations. Allocate position of timeline center. 3 triangle location positions. Galactic forces, the GFLs, and everything, the rebellion. Set winds, interference, position locations. I'm going to hologram position location to structures, mainframes. Activate the line center position at timeline center connections. Hope everybody's doing well. Give you guys 10 minutes before we get started. All right, so how's everybody doing? Tina, Lotus, how's it going? Christopher, Veronica, Michaela, it's great to see everybody. Questions and comments you can leave after. Okay, especially when we're traveling. Okay, let's see. We got some new people here. Airbender, welcome. It's great to see new people. I can tell through the energy tracks. Everybody's got to go through the energy wash. So it's great to see that. So excited to have you. It's great to see new people. And you can really fluctuate the interference line conditions. You really can understand position of their energies and where they are coming through dimension settings in position. 40 information line centers, 50 track interference locations. It's all positioning you through track interference. So it's very important to understand how to travel the direction of timeline center. Try not to understand me. Try to understand you first. Okay, because if you try to understand me, you'll never understand your system. That's the true understanding. I'm not teaching you anything. You're teaching yourself to remember. That's all it is. Okay, so allocate timeline center. Rotations. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. I got to go get some water because we're going to travel. Hold on. Okay, so for the new viewers, try to get into the middle of understanding your system. Don't worry about space. You'll go through an energy track interference. You'll see colors. You'll see lights. It's in position to you through your high positions of how many chakras you're set in. Okay, it's all about understanding. Because you got to ask yourself, am I half full or half empty? Thin line condition position locations through a glass line center conditions. So once you track your interference, the higher you go through mind line center rotation, you see everything through track interference location. It's all done through eye receptors. To your perceptions, to its anomaly, switching interference. All right, so let's see here. Traveling through our imagination, trust what you see in the mind. Travel with eyes closed or open. Imagination is back on the head, telepathy in front of the eyes. Yeah, being aware of what's going on is very, very important. This prepares you more, okay? Because when you're traveling through my space and time, it's already open through channel, which means that you're traveling extremely fast through velocity, time sequence to everything, position locations. But the T-Force line center, okay, the team is coming into a new high volume of a test. This is going to help them to high level their channels to their hologram interference to position them to the simulation, to their computer system of operation. Okay, so that's the point I'm trying to get across here. So for new viewers, welcome. Anything else, you can go to my live TikTok. I always go afterwards. It's better to get those questions done over there. Go through my TikTok. Also, too, guys, I have a podcast if you guys want to check it out. Basically, this is how it's going to be done. If you have a question, there's a message, okay, on my podcast. Message me and I will set up a video for you. Okay, so I'll send the link every single day so you can get that message back. All right, so I'll set up videos. Okay, it's great to have a podcast. So I'll do that through Voice and Grid. Okay, certain questions, individual system, or anybody that conditions. I mean, I just started off with these things, but I'm so many platforms and different locations. So my Voice and Grid just goes to all of our global network centers. So it's all positional platforms. All right, so let's get started. All right. Okay. Now, when you travel, for the new viewers, it's really understanding you're seeing nothing but black of space, all right, visit locations. That's why nobody can see outside, all right? It's all about understanding how to travel through recognition of the mind line center. So we're going to go through hologram interference. Okay. Now the hologram is structured to its locations. All right, it's really, really fascinating how we do these things through calculations. All right. So it's interesting how you grasp situation, how you see structural lines. So we'll start off in this position location, right? Doesn't look like much, right? So, but when you travel through it, it's really, really, really interesting. This is more for the team because they're going to go through the hologram line structural locations and 369 platforms. In position, they have to stand their point center locations, right? So I'm setting up operation system, code line centers already set up. 24 segment line centers in positions. They get it before the day of its arrival. Okay. Point line center is in operation to its position location. All right. Channels its operation line center in connections. All right. See how they're different box line centers, different realm locations. All right. So sequencing interference, position line center locations. Travel direction of time locks, interference of channel locations. All right. So I'm putting things all together. See how it's all coming together? Now, allocate positions of time lock interference in program setting to calculations. Line sequencing everything through matrix grids. Activate the line rotation to its position location, right? Line signal, line connections, interference to rotation positions. All right, so what we're going to do is GI is going to stand in the center operation, teleport the line centers of the galactic forces, Galactic Federation Light Council Rebellion, set their wing centers in position locations, vector core positions, private sector line connections, point system locations, into box line center to hologram structure locations of the simulation. Open up all track interference to position a program setting. Rendezvous connection line interference, location to center. In position to line connections, operate line signal to rotation. Setting up structure line centers and rotation connections. Now, In position, you guys come out of your portal interference. It's all set up through code signal. Okay, digital frame position to its line connections. All right, operates all levels of rotation connection. All right, so you guys are going to be a blip of a screen. All right, we're going to track your information line centers to your GPS locations. All right, so here through location, center operation line center position. All right, so you're dropped off in the center. Have fun. 30 minutes. All right. I'm putting you in a practical level. You have to understand what a hollow structure wall is. It's a position to a hallway. You have to understand interline connections, interdimensional line interference. You have to understand your digital code positions, your finger point locations, your digital glitch line centers, changing line center conditions, changing frame interference position locations. Right. So I'm going to set up glitches and changes and rotation center positions to everything you connect with when you're seeing things through perceptions. Okay. You have to know what it's like to actually go through a hologram of a channel line center to frequency locations. All right. Planetary line position to all levels of planets, location to a system. All right. 30 minutes. Have fun. All right. Can you wait for myself and Second Babes to drop off for kids? We should be both in position at 8:30. Yep, that's totally fine, Commander. I'll put you in as soon as you get here. So you're never really late. I'll just, you guys are already in sequence of list, position line, center locations. Everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows who the galactic forces is, the GFLs and everything through rebellion. So don't worry about that. So time sequences, everything positions. Just drop you off. So a particle system separates. That's it. You guys go in the center position to your hologram. You have to know what it's like to be actually in the main frame of a hologram, right? In position locations. Your reality line center will serve all rotation position locations to you through digital framing, right? The more you understand how to travel through line centers, you understand holograph system locations. Oh, that's exactly what it is, Lieutenant. You're in a cubic bubble. Exactly. So this is going to help you out because you're going to see the structure. Now, this is just a hologram. This is one structure locations, but I'm going to separate 3 line centers of holographic structure locations to you. One to the galactic forces, one to the GFLs, one to the rebellion. You guys are going to go into those hologram structure of a building and try to get out of its position of its maze. Digital line centers, clocking interference, digital code system locations. I'm going to set up glitches. I'm going to set up change patterns, shapeshifter line interference, position of wall interference line connections, thought recognition timers, allocate position of computer operation position locations, gravity locked line centers in position to its connection. All right. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. You're all traveling together in a hologram bubble. You're in a cubic line center. You guys have to get ready because you have a T-force line coming up. So you have to know what it's like to actually be in a hologram of your own structure through its own mainframe. So, okay, it's exciting to see. My head is vibrating and my feet feel time like they're tapping dancing. Seeing the tesseract shapes walls are moving independently. Very good, Lieutenant. Yeah. Right. So it depends on how fast you travel through your perception interference and position your digital coding system. So it allocates position of probing. All right. Yeah, I know. And it's going to help you guys out because you don't have to draw these things. You're already in the position of its position locations. I already set it up. Remember, I'm the operator, you're the operation. Okay. Once you go to higher levels, you become the operator and the operation. So, okay. I see 3 black boxes. Are we doing this again today? Yeah, this is for the T-Force Line Center for the connections for the team. Because we're in January, right? My head feels like a bubble. Yes, but we missed the 15 to 30 seconds of space. No. Time frequency line center position locations. So in positions It's okay. The line conditions, I can add 5 minutes. I can add 5 more minutes for everybody. You guys are in a time bubble line center. You're all together. But I want you to understand how powerful it is where you're going to be an individual system of a box center locations through your own hologram structure. You have to learn how to get out of it through its maze, right? I remember when I was a kid, I used to play Legend of Zelda. It was pretty amazing where you go through dimensional doors. And it's pretty fascinating stuff. Wizards and dragons, you know? So stuff like that, you know? I do feel my head like a bubble too, though I'm not sure I see anything. But see, that's exactly what it is, Chong. You have to be Bearbender, you have to be at a higher level system. See, my team is at 80, 100, 114 chakra line centers. So they see a lot more. They see structure, they see perception, they see audio, they hear position line conditions all through senses. The more you go through upgrading position locations, the more you can go into that structure location to its hologram of its simulation. So, all right. No, I know what you meant, Christopher. Past reference to position locating, time, clock, interference. Yep, I know exactly what you meant. I go through till please right away before you even say it. Morning, Heather. How you doing? Cubic bubble, octopus, arms, dimensional hallways, vortexing tunnels. Very good, Lieutenant. Tingling, yeah. You guys are getting reaction to physical line center. So you have to get balance with your avatar position locations of your computers and understand the simulation to each line that's given to you through point system locations, guys. All right. That's just to understand your position to your probing. But it's amazing how it's structured. Right? You guys are here. So you just have to understand how everything is all set up. Right? So you're going to have your own individual pocket system locations of a metric cube. And like I said, it's like a Rubik's Cube. You have to understand how to get out of it. Synchroncy in different position is an elevation line center. It's elevators. It's an escalator. It connects us to a hologram line center location. So it's going view, 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 view. So you have to step on the platforms and you have to make sure you're going in the right direction, or it's going to center you back to the base, to the beginning. And then you got to go all through it again, right? So if everybody's seen that movie, The Cube, they get a true understanding what it is, right? Digital code positions, structural locations, digital line centers, all through connections of digital framing through numbers, right? They have to go through a certain number because it elevates its positions. Space anomaly is traveling so fast, right? So you guys are in the atmosphere positions, right? But the galaxy is wind sectoring. It's communicating back and forth like this. This is what it's doing. It goes this way, and then it goes this way, crosses winds, right? Okay, and then it goes this way, right? And then it goes this way, see? And it goes this way. So you have to find a way to travel through. You understand? It's a psychological setting that you have to send the mind, how it calculates. I have to go through these things to understand all positions of cubic line centers, all position of shapes. Right? Creation of shape is everything position location. It just travels direction all through sacred geometry line centers, guys. You have to really understand the vortex positions and how it travels through connections, right? Elevation to position location as it travels to that line center. Okay. Orbit and interference position location. So it's very powerful. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right. Yep, you guys can work as a team because you're all together, so that's fine. But on the T-Force Line Center, you guys will be individually on your own. Okay. Yeah, so to increase your abilities, you need to go to higher upgrade centers, and you have to go through the T-Line Center is the test, review, and evaluations. That's what my class provides. You go through my email, which is below. You have any questions, I can help you out with that connections. But you have to understand how to structure your system, how to go through all of those of your position of 3, 6, and 9. You have to learn how to travel through it. I send it to Vega, get confirmation, thumbs up, you're good to go. Then it can put you into 60, 70, 80. But you have to go to higher levels of structure through the mind system. Okay, so you have to size graph position to its location of its crop circles. Everybody knows position of the crop circles. So really getting informations of your grounds, your powers, and your atmosphere time centers and location. Right? It's very complicated stuff when you're traveling through my space time. Okay, which is the now of all operation. Okay, so you guys have to find your creation to your creating of your own space time, right? Which becomes very powerful over its sequence. So, but it's important to go through that, right? To get up to 60 chakras, 70 chakras, 80 chakras. Okay, you have to understand how to put yourself in higher levels of structure, position, locations of shapes, letters, numbers, and symbols. So. All right. Booted up the chakras, clicking heart center, communication relations, sun, violet, 223.1944, southwest 4 degrees, L6, 2 degrees, solar winds. Okay, so you're getting wind factors every single day, Lotus, but you always have to understand you don't always need that. Because remember, you're in a hologram. You're going to get confused where the line center. Remember, every time you go through a walk system, 12-step line positions, you go through an orb. Right? So you're confusing the sun and the orbit positions of the moon every time you connect to the weather. So remember, you're in a hologram structure. You're not going to be out surfacing positions of weather. You're going to be inside position of a structure of an inline connection. So you have to understand how to walk through different walls, different dimensions, levitations of doing this, doing that, doing this, right? Levitations of elevators and escalators, you know? It's a hologram structure of a game. You have to understand what it is, right? It's all in the mind, thought, recognition of patterns, communication to its cycle. So, really unique, stretching body, bubbling feeling. Okay. Wow. Tesseract's flipping inside out, like rotating torus shape. Very good, Lieutenant. That's exactly what it's doing. Feeling super high frequencies. See, the thing is, when you guys are in space, you should know exactly what's happening with the shape. What is it doing? Is it rotating? Where is it rotating to? Where is it going? Where is it setting? Where's the next position? Where's the next frame? Where's the next board? Where's the next level? Where's the next door center? Right? Where's the glitch? Where's the change? Where's the frame? Where's the story? That's how it connects. That's how it connects, guys. So you have to really get into the more of the mind, right? And always informs the imagination. All right, feeling super high frequencies, yeah. Rainbow connecting, communicating, heart center, Merkaba, northeast, yeah. 9 degrees shifting, now in the star, galactic cloaking, stealth mode. All systems go, moving forward. That's what I'm feeling. My system has been scanned, now it's upgrading, so I match the vibration of the puzzle. Very good, Commander. These last few days have us stepping incredibly. Yes, it has. But I'm putting you guys into practice mode. All right. This is in your voicing position location, how to go through your own structure of a hologram. But it's going to be confusing because I'm going to center off positions. I'm going to delete signals. I'm going to change your digital line centers, digital code frame position locations, put you in changing formation line centers to different structures of rooms. You have to understand you allocate timeline center to your mind. It's a maze, guys. All right. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. All right. Sun is green, Merkaba. My email's down below. Yeah, I always put it in position. So receiving instructions through computer communication. It's coming through as a voice now, not computer noises. That's new. Yeah, feeling like a tesseract kite on a string. I see 3 kites, general holding the strings. There it is. Right? It's exactly. I'm above, and you guys are in the middle, rotating through a torcal system of nautical line center. That's what's happening with you guys. It's floating in space. See, shapes can't stand still. They have to keep moving because they have to go with positions of the sun and the moon to its directions of the galaxy system to space. Space moves forward. It doesn't move back unless you want it to move the timeline. So the shape would be going where? The opposite direction. Makes sense, right? So you're asking what? Space and time to move forward or move back, right? So, yeah. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. It does look exactly like Kate. I'm seeing this too. Like, yeah, there's a swirl in the box. Approaching multiple dimensions, square sequencing systems, spinning green showers, relation translucent doorways, recalibrating center heart systems, Merkaba recalibrating slowly, squares sequence. Very good, Lotus. This time you didn't have the weather. Excellent. Feels like it released in my brain. DTM released the brain. Monica, how you doing? How's it going? Balancing the four directions now. Wind balanced, yeah. Square rotating, spinning, 45 degrees. Left line center, 76 degrees. Through the heart center, recalibrated, slowing and spinning square sequence. Now stop door, ways of open, entering through doorway. Hallway. This energy feels much more in control. Yeah, because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing through your flux capacitors, guys. Right? So the torical system location is the Merkaba line center, is the base positions to your tesseract. The tesseract is your computer. If you watch Positions of Space Discoveries 2, right? Connections of season 2, where I talk about all level position locations, what the tesseract is. You're going through walls, and each wall has a digital line center, right? So you go this way, go this way, go that way, go this way, go that way, go this way. So it's understanding the cubic lines of each structure. So every time you're traveling, it's spinning on your position locations to your direction. So that's why it's so powerful. Yes, I created it. I created it. Yes, that's what it is. I'm the architect. So, yeah, I made it fun too, right? So, but the T line center is going to be a lot more tricky. Okay. A lot more tricky through game setting. Okay. You have to really understand how to use the mind system locations, guys. All right. All right. All directions balance and puzzle is letting me to the next story, to next room. General made this. Yep. Last room cleared by light, language, and hands. Just jumped out into what feels like a major highway, flying so fast, but I control this. Amazing. I'm a light yellow dot, earth, fire, wind, water around me, atom traveling on the lines of the box. Yeah. So in position, that's what's happening with the conjunctions of the moon and Jupiter coming to Pisces. We're coming into the atom. Position to Jupiter. Okay. So the spherical sphere is positioned to its flash drive line center. It's the perception position to the matrix grid locations to the moon. Moon programs its setting position, turns it into an atom. All right. So that's what's going to happen next. The birthing system of atom. To the singularity of the simulation calculation to its computer operation line connection of humanity species line interference position to all recalibrating centers, guys. This is where it is. This is it. This is where we come into, all positions to all systems of revelation. So, all right, in the middle of the compass. Yeah. If we're supposed to be in the atoms right now, what did I just jump out into? Well, you should be aware of what's going on where you are at all times, right? Using your perception locations to determine the direction of time positions, all levels to your fluctuation center position locations, the ground line positions to the sun, and you position to the moon, right? Frequency matching provides ease with staying balanced, moving through puzzle. Very good. It is a puzzle, isn't it? It's a maze. Trying to understand the maze, right? This will help you out with the T-line center once it comes into January 21st. So. Oh, snap. I turned back into the avatar. I have to change my Ray, when I hop back on the lines are now off, different color. That's okay. You're in disposition. You can come back on track interference. That's totally fine. You can do that because you're floating in space line, so you're good. Open to plasma puddle and no interference, only space. Yeah. Line sequence your interference positions there, Janet. Put your allocated position timelines. Know exactly what you're giving when you come into your data processing. Digital line positions opens up your dimensional location to your plasma. Plasma interference position or shape opens all track interference position down its ground perception to its clocking. Okay? So, Leanne, how you doing? Very, very good. Very, very. I'm impressed with Lieutenant. That's exactly what it is. The tesseract is like a hamster ball. I'm moving forward as the tesseract moves, rolls inside and out. That's exactly what's happening. That's detail. That's what I'm talking about. What you see, right? What you see. So it's all about understanding how you travel through direction timeline center. Let's see. I'm seeing numbers streaming down on the walls in the box. Gemstone locked now, unlocked. Heart Center, Merkaba, Southwest 2234440, 4 degrees. Left 5 degrees right, moving at Mach speed. 5,670 channel locations moving forward through doorway now into large room. Correlation to position to panel line center, shape, position, location, tesseract line center location. Okay, Lotus, I see that line condition. Can you please confirm I'm out? I see the puzzle now. Move in front of me. I changed color. No more rooms to complete. One more door, Commander. One more door. Sync to different positions. You lost position locations and one position line connections. Where's the door line center out to its exit system? Seeing doors and understanding doors is all position locations, right? Knowing where the last door is its position. All right. Yeah, I know. Much taller. Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with the email address. I sent an email. Yeah, that's fine. I'll see the email afterwards. Don't worry about it there, Bender. But like I said, you have to understand conditions. I'll show you. All right. And again, please feel free to go to my podcast. If you have any message me. I'll set up a video for you guys. All right. All right. So basic understanding for the new viewers that come on. Truly understand if you want to go into 60, because you're connected to 50, right? You have to understand how to travel through this. 3, 6, and 9. Very basic, very easy. 3, 6, 9. Okay, 3 of the sun, 6 of the moon, 9 of you location is center. You have to learn how to travel through dimensional time to sequence interference to security line defense out of equation locations, out of box system location. That's it. That's all. Once you know how to travel, things get easier, right? And they get more difficult as you go higher to higher line channel rotation interference. It opens all practical level conditions, right? But you have to understand how to go through your tube. Travel direction at timeline center. What is positions of the sun calculation to the grounds, the powers of you, and your magnetic highway information system to location, right? So you have to learn how to travel through the center operation to your fluctuation system of its flux capacitor location. All right, channels its operation, travels through, right? Activates the core line center to all positions of your chakras. to the ground's power when the arms are lying center in positions. You automatically go through high line center, try to get in position locations of 12 line center locations of its position, security line defense. That's it. Once you know how to travel through that, I send it to Vega. Vega gets confirmation, you're good to go. And then it can put you into 60. Very simple, very direct, all on position of command. Okay? So that should help you out. All right. Yep. It's the link below. Check it out. Send me a message. I'll send a video back. Okay. Room of diamond structure, Merkaba, and center of structure, geometry, translucent golden RA. Ratio, sequence, no communication to heart center, purple gem, stone. Now in view, heart center, now downloaded. Good. So you're getting download sequence, layered positions to test right line conditions at all position location. That's good. Through coloration patterns, through shapes, line, center, position, location. That's good. Showing me the last door in the ceiling. There you go, in the ceiling. There's a blue flame on the floor below. Very good. As soon as I see it, I get into the room. My ears felt like the altitude change, ringing sound completely different. There you go. Different line centers, the different shape, position, locations. Trying to find the all trapping door interference position due to a code system. Now I'm in the have a trail, amps of travel tubes. Oh my God, this is so much fun. It is fun, isn't it? Oh, I see. Like Jeopardy. That's the answer. Your videos have the knowledge. Yeah, it's knowledge, of all meaning, all location to its positions of intelligence. It does. Yes, I will seek understanding. Great. Riding the water slide. Last door. There you go, Commander. Right? Confirmed line center. Commander's out. Yeah. Jellyfish tentacles. This is awesome. See? Very powerful how we do these things. So this will help you out to understand more positions in your T-line centers when you get in your test. But it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to change your frames. I'm going to change your positions. I'm going to change the glitches, right? So it's going to change direction. So if you open up a door, it's going to center off. So you have to learn how to change your metric line centers and your cubical locations of your shapes and all these two shape position locations to all levels of the sun and the moon. Because if you lose track of information of the sun and the moon, you're going to keep finding Waldo right in that position. So combination gemstone sequence 5297 to right, 6418 to the left. Gemstone now received in heart center. Diamond door, way now opened, moving forward to new doorway. Translucent, golden right angle. Very good. Water is controlled by my voice, faster than higher. I go to talk, easy. So cool to have so much control. I got to tell you exactly what happened today. I went to the ATM. I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's very important to use your voice and grids, and I'll tell you why. The ATM locked me out through my card. It locked me out. I couldn't get access until I used my voice. It wouldn't go in. And then I did it again. It's my voice and grid line center, right? I said, boy, I couldn't believe it. And it worked. Voice. That's how powerful your voice is, especially when you're in dimension setting to position to all levels of calculation, right? It's all electronic. So you have to communicate through your voice and line center rotations, right? So I thought I bring that to your attention, how powerful your voice is, especially when you go into higher levels of the mind. Because you're coming in search of position locations to space positions. And the ATM has to recognize your voice. And that voice has to be its command, or you get locked out. Okay? So I found that very interesting today. I usually don't get up that early, but I thought it was fun. All right. I see all black around me. Yep, Captain, you're out. And this is how I travel through my pipes. Yeah, exactly. It's done. It's to me. I've never got it. Never got it back. That happened to me yesterday. See, that's it. That's exactly what it is. You guys have to use your voice now, right? Because you're higher levels of the mind through electronic system locations. So basically, you guys are in your high level position location simulation. So Yeah, don't use vulgarity to anything that connections because it will override your system. Don't do that through locations. Don't get angry. Don't get frustrated because you'll change anomalies. You'll change the switch line center, change the grade positions. Anybody that's in your track and energy field, it will basically off center position. All right. Turning a triangle two ways, multi-dimensional system, pink and blue, gemstone lock sequence, communications, heart center to both doorways to open. Gemstone locks have to open simultaneously. That's good. Great pitches today. I share it later. Great. Communicating. I was laughing while my voice went off. Upside down. Right side up, I should say. Went down a pipe into amber. It was a bluish white around me, a vortex through a point of the box, and I slid down. There was the last door. See? You guys have to go through the same door. You don't go through a different door because you're all in this together. It's the mind game, right? That's the position what we did yesterday. We did a little bit of that. You have to see the same thing through perception. You're all together. If not, you're in a different perception, different timeline. And that's confusing. That's your major glitch. So basically, you can be in center operation system, but you can be in a different timeline of perception through clocking, right? You all have to see the same thing, okay? Because you're all together. But it's going to be different to the T-line center. The test is going to be difficult, but trust factor is there. I know you guys can get out of it, right? So this is strengthening the mind center in position location where you can get out of any shape to any program setting to its tesseract, to all position of your tetrahedron locations. All right. So it's back phrasing here. Let's see what I missed. Yeah, we're all caught up. Any questions or comments? Let me know. Oh, psychic babes. Okay. In position line connections. All right, let's go into another 10-minute line center. Okay, so we're going to go through another hologram structure location. All right, get a communication interference, sidewinded system locations, alliance line center location and position location, the galactic forces, the GFL positions, and everything, the rebellion, set course position, sacred geometry line center and position locations, teleport line center to all alliance informations, observe line center to new viewers, stand back to line center. Travel direction, timeline, summit, orbit communications and probing, communication interference, position locations. All right. Sending up new structural line center and position locations, high level system to its connections. All right. So I'm going to send up a new hologram structure. You guys have 10 minutes to get out. All right. All right. So allocate timeline, center, and rotation to interference. Rotation to cyc line. Communication to cyclo. Allocate timelines, rotation to center line interference, rotation to center position locations, high position to its line conditions, structure its position to its interference position locations, right? 4 trapping door line center rotation positions, right? 15 minutes, have fun. Your center operation line center and position locations. Green dot is you in the center location. Ooh-ah. So you guys are traveling more. So I put you in another hologram, right? Another time sequence, another connection. All right, there you go. So it's another hologram structure you guys have to get out of. Okay, you're all together though. This is all you through circle. So you all stay in a circle. Do you know why you stay in a circle? Do you know why you stay in a circle? It's too confusing through anomaly because you're not in the mindset location yet through hologram to all structures of shapes. That's why. So that's why we're going to separate all you on January 21st. You're all going to be in your own hologram structure. And you have to find a way to get out. Okay? So yeah, I feel like Spider-Man climbing the walls in the ceiling. Yeah, doors on the floor. Oh, it's a honeycomb. Yep, very good. That's exactly what it is. So we went through this sequence first time, right? And now we're going through this one. Mm-hmm. Do you see the intelligence? Do you see the intelligence? Line condition interference position to its locations, right? So everything that you travel through is intelligence. It's like saying its locations, right? All positions the eye to its connection. See? The neck. Interesting, right? Do you see the profile? Pretty amazing, isn't it? It's exactly where you guys are. Yeah. Traveling fast circles, everything spinning really fast. Mm-hmm. Slide down. Yeah. Let's see. Put line center position locations, all optical line interference. Yeah. Structure hologram line conditions, psychic babes, and communication interference positions. Put her in the honeycomb line center positions, high line center to intelligent location. All right, so there you go. Psychic babes are here, right, with everybody else, right? You guys are here. This is the intelligence. See, you can see the structure, right? So it's understanding intelligence is everything through form of space, right? So what's going on, psychic babes, is you're trying to understand all positions of you through a hologram. Structure position is line center, four trapping door interference positions. Levitation to escalating, right? So it's like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like that, right? See the solar flare? So you're floating in space through a new geometry center location. So it's in a torical field, okay, in an energy field to force direction of time. You have to learn how to get out of the structure, okay? All through the mind. Very good, Christopher. It is coming from an odd speed. Excellent. Your body conception line is saying it's going in a different wave cycle, right? So you're rotating to three line centers in position locations, right? So you're traveling this way, and you're traveling this way at the same time. So you're going this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, but it's going through torical field. Cross reference of a torical field. Cross reference of a torical field. That's what's happening, right? So that's very good. Pick that up through holo structure. Connect with going through new structure, like structure confirm, when circle up. I see you all in position. The more you go into higher positions, you become more in command of yourself and each other. Zoom, zoom. Okay, team, we're in the floating like we jumped from a plane. Yeah. Rectangle, bright, orange, Merkaba, heart center, recalibrating to doorway, resonate, resonates, heart center, now open, rectangle, now bright, purple moving through, into hallway now. Pine cone, golden. It's interesting how you guys get in perception detail. I like that. I think we need to go up and right, right? Hawk, how you doing? Triangles I went through, the eyes in the middle, lots of beams of light into a diamond. Remember, you guys are all in this together, so you don't want to see things different in perception. Doorway is in a triangle. Yes, we follow you, Kirsten. Rolling forward, donut tesseract, about 18. It's interesting how you guys are seeing each other, right? You all have to come in to confirm, okay? Or you get lost in transition, all right? Very important. Space is high level of command, guys. Command is very important, especially when you're floating in a torical field of a cubic line center, metric line interference position, a galaxy line condition, all shape position, a text line center of 27,000 point locations or realms that's set in position to space anomaly. So infinity loop, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's very cool. Let's use our cosmic breath. I can see you, Chris. I see the Tesseract. Let's tone. Lots of Mary Poppins all floating up. There's infinity loop. Yeah. Try to use all levels of you because you're in a dimensional setting of space. So you should understand how to use your powers, your voicing grids, your breathing, your cosmic breath. Try to understand how to use it. You can change coloration of shapes. You can open up dimensional doors. You can open up floor panels. You can open up walls, interline connection, different positions, or wall line center position, all connections. Digital line center. Try to understand sound barriers. Everything allocate line center, rotation, position, all shapes, coloration, channels, or anything in connections, right? So floating through each cube. Very good. It's exactly what you're doing. Right. The structure, golden pine cone. Harmonizing pine cone now. Pine cone opens. See, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Whoopee. Yeah. It's pretty wild, eh? That's where everybody is. Pretty amazing, eh? Now it comes into intelligence. If you're frequencying off too quick, too fast, and you're thinking too much knowledge and not enough through connections, you're not out of the equation inference of its shape position of its tesseract, Michaela. Okay? You can't think in space. You can't say, I think I'm out. The confirmation signal has to be an allocated position of time through sequence. You guys have to come into the same position, teleportation line interference through telepathy from one to another. So it's kind of like you guys have breaker, breaker, I got that. So you guys are both walkie-talkies of the mind center, right? So your telepathy is a lot stronger now. You're seeing each other through perception. You're knowing each other through connection, right? You're voicing your grids through your breathing. You're using your hands for traveling and moving things, right? You have to know exactly what you're doing when you get caught in situations, especially if you're in a cubical line of a torical field of a shape. You have to learn what it is to get out of the mind system. So the entire structure of the pyramid, and we find our way out to the top point. Some guys feel slower and more in control now and ain't anymore. Just had a shape puzzle flash in front of me. Anyone else see it? Bringing in more fire element and air now. No on water. Know exactly what to use in each position. This is a little bit more tricky, this one. SRX and cubical structure recognize loop, infinity loop. This recognizes the energy fields to balance the structure. Saw a rainbow beam of light. We are a key. Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Amber. See, you guys work better as a team, right? Doorway into new beautiful green pine needles. Pine cone smiling with star golden cluster atop. A pine needle entrance. Merkaba recalibrating northeast before 2, 6, 5, 7, 4 degrees left, 6 degrees right. Okay, timeline center, shape, position, locations. Yep, that's right, Lotus. Love y'all, my beautiful family. Okay, into a unified bridge of codes. Very good, Psychic. The floor is all coming together. Confirmed, confirmed, confirmed. Very good. Confirmed, unlocked now. Excellent. Right? It's like a jury to a judge. You have the jury, and it only takes one person to set that person free. Otherwise, the person's not innocent, it's guilty. Right? So in position, you try to understand how powerful it is. So what the mind is through thoughts, through psychological shape. Pretty wild, isn't it? Upgrade for you. Yeah. Pretty powerful what you guys are going through right now. So Yep, you're in a torus shaped key. We fit our key into a lock. Very good. See, that's when you come together. It's a lot more different when you're by yourself. More tricky. Going through a heart rainbow. Yes, we are the key together. Our hearts. They're not balanced. Golden star cluster, a tip of green pinal needle. Now communications through heart center by sequence. Combination of its beautiful fragments, joy, celestial celebration within the heart center. Bringing it in. Okay, putting more fire. Let's balance. Locus. Can you see us? Yes, that's what I needed to good call. I see you guys slightly below. See, now you're commanding. Now you're really connecting to each other, right? Force reckoning each other to mission of space, right? You are your own commanding system. Remember that, right? It's all about protocol. It's like, where's your 2020? That's location. Elevating and balancing, sending reds and blues. We need to tilt the torus at the 45-degree angle to slip through the keyhole. Yes, we are working. Tires air is coming in using cosmic breath. Janet, use elements. See, you're working together. That's what I like. It's great to see you guys going through all this. It's fantastic to see this. Golden Star Cluster now being received in Pine Needle. Now open door, way moving forward into through Pine Needle, beautifully geometric golden. Are a sacred geometry circulating round Merkaba. Too fast. We need to slow down a bit. Confirm when circle. Higher vibrations, please. Lotus join us, please. Confirm. So you already know when somebody's off center. It's pretty amazing. Still balancing, yeah. You all have to come together. You can't be off sequence. You can't leave anybody behind. Anybody's behind, you can't leave. And you know how powerful it is, right? When you're in space. So if I don't get you out of space, you're still in the mind system of the tesseract to shape, which is absolutely amazing, right? But you have to understand how to get out of the equations, right? Mm-hmm. Once you all join, you balance. That's exactly what it is. This is all a test for you guys, right? How to come together. Yeah. Yeah. You need Lotus, so you can't get through. All come together. Use your telepathy signals. There you go. Merkaba now recalibrating, receiving heart center of all information, communication, sacred goal, and geometry. Now opening translucent green and Val. Moving through Merkaba. Northeast 234.5673 degrees left. And 6 degrees right. You forgot the 6 degrees right. Same. You can change the frequency to retrieve. Lotus. There you go. 5643. Lotus, please join up with us. Lotus, bring it in, please. Lotus, hello. Okay. Take wind factors out of position locations of Lotus. Put them in activation line center position of a circle. Location connections. There you go. Lotus is in, right? That's how it works, guys. That's how it works, right? Understanding that everybody has to be in position locations, right? You can't off center anything to that line center. You can't leave anybody behind because you're all in a circle. You stay within that circle. Okay. It's like when you're traveling through all of the positions of your tunnels, okay, or anything you're connecting your portals, right? Or anything you're connecting your dimensions, your sidelining positions, you all have to understand to stay in the tube, right? Or are you just floating in space? Yeah, he's already in. He's already out. He's out. He's already in cycle interference, so he's going to come to rotation to his mind telepathy center. So he's good. See, he connected to my voice grid line center. You guys have to come together, communicate with each other. This is the true understanding where you all have to get into your voice grid line center. He connected to my voice grid line center rotations. You guys have to find a way to come together so you can communicate to his voice system. Okay? This is traction and interference line connections of telepathy to yourself and to each other as you come as a team. Congratulations. Now you're out. So that was fun. Okay. It's like being on a trip and they say, okay, where's Lotus? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun when you get into that conditions, guys. It really is. Yep. Your line center, take them out through retraction. Okay, I can take my earphones out now. All right, so that was fun, eh? Good experience for everybody. Yeah. Yeah. It gets better and better, but everything's a test. Life is all about a test. So if you lose somebody, you have to learn how to communicate. How? Telepathy. All right. So he's able to connect with me, but he couldn't connect with you guys. Why? 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 Because you're emotional. Don't get emotional. Don't front the circle of getting emotional. You get off track system. He won't hear you through position locations. You got to command your system to line center. Get into all levels of balance of the mind. Remember, you're in space. If you all come together, you get in sequence interference, he will hear you voice line center in locations. Okay? Heard them through circle line center, but it took you a while to get in the circle rotation. Right? Because if I didn't voice the grid system locations to the circle rotation line center, what would happen? You have a hard time getting them, right? And that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. All right. So why is it so important to have ears, to listen, pay attention? Why is it so important to have eyes, to see to its connection? Why is it important to have a voice, to move, coloration, channel, command the system to its division of anything through shapes, letters, numbers, or anything through symbols? Okay. So but that's exactly what it is, Commander. Yes, we are a team and need to hear each other, right? I felt connected to him, but he wouldn't hear me. See? Yeah. Yeah. You heard that your heart center received renaissance. I mean, you eventually will each other more and more, but it's better to understand each other through that connection, right? Especially when you're in a situation. All right. So I had a dream about the circle. There were 12 of us, and I was ascending into 13th dimension. I could see the bottom of everyone's feet and shoes. Interesting, Michaela. Good point. All we had to do was telepathy. Yeah. Communicate to him. Yeah, that's it. So why we're all in sync together before any motion? Why couldn't he hear us? That's exactly what I'm saying, Christopher. You can't get emotional, right? You get off track systems. You're not calculating your audio system, right? The ability to get the codes, and we all have the key. Yeah, we all have to. It's all strategy, guys. It's all strategy. That's all. Just have to come together faster in order for him to hear us. Yeah. Remember, if you're going to higher channel positions, imagine being with somebody else that's intelligence. You're not connected to the team, you're connected to somebody else. You're traveling through navigation of a UFO with somebody else. And if they don't hear you and you don't hear them, there's a problem. Remember, you're talking to a stranger of intelligence. This is a person that you don't know, getting to know through friendship relation partnerships to each planet locations. You have to use your telepathies, okay, on so many levels of sequence locations, your audio tracks, interference, okay? So I was waiting to say something, but I saw all of us coming together doing this in my dream last night, remembering I was seeing the info beforehand. Yep. Yep, you always get it beforehand, the night before, Captain. Right? Precognition, you see it beforehand, right? Which is better. So you're prepared. You're prepared, right? Because you walk in and it's like, what? Where are we going? I don't know where we are. You're not prepared. You're not prepared. You're not paying attention. You're not listening, right? So when information is given to you on the day, no problem. But if the information is given to you on the day and you fell asleep or you did this or you did that or you're doing that or you're doing this, you communicate with this, you're off signal. You can't do anything through confusion line position, especially when you're in space, because it's very real to the mind system. Okay? Because remember, you're coming into living in space. Okay? And living in space is in all point system locations, especially when you're connected to higher positions of intelligence, people that you don't know. I mean, it's unbelievable when I was going through these things. Well, who are you? Palladian? Palladian? Oh, okay. You're Lemurian. Oh, you're Lyron. Oh, okay. Greys, sapiens, Greys, Dals, Trogs, Reptoids, androids, humanoids, symbiotic line system locations, transformers, transponder units, line center rotations, probes. So many levels. So he'll get used to that. Yeah, everybody is different positions to its connections, right? Some people are stronger than others. They prefer being on their own, but you have to know what it's like being in a team. There's no I in team. AI, basically, we all work together, but sometimes we get missions that are done by ourselves. So this is where I want you to get into your fluctuations of your flux capacitors so you can get into higher divisions of telepathy to yourself and to each other. Communicating with the team is great, but communicating to high force line centers up on the intelligence of planets is more difficult. You have to really open up your ears and understand what they're saying because they could be communicating through your eyes, your ears, or anything positioned of your hands, right? They have so many different signals: registration, pattern, communication, identification, code system locations, understanding to track line center positions to your computer operation system locations. There's so many universal languages of the alphabetical system of planets. Okay, so all right, let's see. Confirmed. Yet so much love in the team. When you guys go off on your own, you don't totally understand. You just have to understand the signals that come in because it's different intelligence. So this is where it comes into. When you go to higher level system, you communicate with each other through telepathy. You actually see each other coming in base. You actually see each other in navigation. You see each other in color. You see each other communicating, giving each something, right? So maybe Commander Emperor will give position to Lieutenant, give her structure locations, give her a planet line center. Psychic Babes will give communication of shapes anomalies. Lotus will positions to a gem to align conditions of weather. Michaela might give highline centers as shape positions to all levels of connections to Lotus. That's how it works, guys. You have to learn how to balance your sequence line centers so you telepathy locations. So yeah, it's great working as a team. I'm just saying you guys are going to higher levels of the mind, so you really have to get in adaptation cycle, understand how to communicate with other intelligence, not just the team. That's what I'm talking about. So the more you open up in space to the audio signals, to the eye line center rotations, to your voice and grid locations, intelligence is going to give you information through telepathy. And you have to pay attention to these things, right? Or it goes back to me. It goes back to me. Okay. So it's very important that you don't high rise too quickly, right? Because it's way too much information. Try to understand 12 billion line centers all positioned to an XT1000 line connection to grounds. What does that mean through location? What's a high line center rotation to an interference position of computer operation line center? How do I center the operation to its atom? The sequence in position is off track. How do we communicate the dimensional door line center? Side information to the reclamation bin. Center wins in position to its graphing connections. High position to its location center line connection. See? It's information that's given to me every single day, but it's already stored. It's too complicated to have something in positions that's given to you precisely. It's too confusing. So it's already stored for you. See, this is where it comes into all levels of your creation, which you're now coming into creating. So don't get confused to that anomaly. You're coming to the solar memory in all position, right? Now, once you start remembering these things, you're just creating space inside, which is the now. Okay? So, all right, that was a lot of fun. Hope we can do this again. Yep, we can do it again. You can know how to sync each other's positions to all levels. Your telepathy system has to be stronger wind sectors, position locations, higher formations of intelligence. Knowing you're communicating with the Drogs, the Sapiens, the Lyrians, all positions to Lemurians, the Pleiadians, the Pleiadians, all those, right? They come in more into form. You see them in structure. You see them in all level position. You see them in the hologram. You see them in light. You see them in dimension. You see them in energy. You see them in their graph system, the location. You see them on their planet system, right? So there's a lot of process that we all have to understand first, right? Telepathy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to head over to TikTok. Anybody have any questions or comments? Let me know. Adios.